the final time from Clune Arena to put the finishing touches on a 68-56 win for the Wyoming Cowboys over the Air Force Falcons. Tyler Mon, Brian German. Brian, we keep hitting this point. A lot of good stuff for Air Force to build on coming out of this game, but that's an impressive road win for Wyoming.
It certainly is. Sundance Wicks and his team, hats off to them. You come in as the top scoring team in the Mountain West, averaging over 80 points a game. You get held to 68, which is, Sundance said, it's the race to 70. We get to 70, I feel comfortable. He never felt comfortable today, and that's a good point for the Air Force Falcons.
Let's take a look at some highlights from this one. The Falcons trailed this game by 14 in the first half, but the second half was a rock fight. Air Force got this thing back to a tie game at 41-41 and was so locked in on both ends of the floor early on after halftime.
Yeah, after halftime they came out, they were aggressive. There you see Cam Sanders making a couple baskets down low. Caleb Walker with a hoop and some harm right there. Sanders with 15 on the day. Walker with 17. Caleb Walker really is coming into his own. He's getting it to fall right there, but just too much of Wyoming on these open shots, and it was Rojas knocking down the threes. His 3 of 6 in the second half from 3, and man, was he the Falcon killer today as he knocked him down, and then inside, and just too many free throws really for Wyoming today as they went 24 of 27 from the free throw line, and in a 12-point game, that means a lot.
One category that stands out massively there as well, Air Force 1 for 12 from three-point range. Wyoming plus 27 in that category. And, you know, in college basketball these days, you're not going to win a lot of games only connecting on one three-pointer. Sundance Wicks actually said this week he's a believer bigs alone can't beat you in college basketball anymore. You have to be able to hit perimeter shots. Just wasn't there for Air Force today, and some days that's the way it's going to go.
It certainly is, and that's really unfortunate for Air Force. But like we said, shooting from outside and also the free throws, really the Achilles heel for this Air Force team. They're young, they're freshmen. They got to get their legs under them, keep their legs under them. Maybe it had something to do with the break, because we've seen these guys. We've seen Lucas Hoban knock them down. We've seen Robinson hit some threes, but just today, it just wasn't there for Air Force.
Lengthy holiday break for Air Force as well. They've only played one game since December 7th, but overall, a lot of good stuff to take out of this one for the Falcons. And I think you touched on something really important as well, Brian. This is a Wyoming team that came in averaging over 84 points per game, the best mark in the conference. To hold that team to 68, even though you don't get the win, still feels pretty good.
Even to hear Joe Scott at halftime down 10 say, yeah, we are playing good defense. Held Wyoming to 36 in the first half. These are certainly things to build on, and I really like the way they were playing defense against Wyoming today. Scrambling, scrappy. You know, they caused 20 turnovers from this Wyoming Cowboy team. That's a lot for an Air Force team to force, and they did a great job.
The Falcons take the L in this one, but a really strong showing by Air Force in that second half, and so many more days in this Mountain West Conference season ahead to get on the right track. As the Falcons fall in this one, our final score, Air Force and Wyoming, a 68-56 win for the Cowboys. Join us back here on January 6th when the Falcons take on arguably the top team in this league, Utah State. Coverage begins for that one at 7 o'clock. Today's broadcast has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Air Force Falcons. For Brian German and our entire crew, I'm Tyler Mon. We'll catch you next time on Altitude Sports.